Hello friends, welcome to ASP.NET tutorial. In this sub-series, we are going to look through validation controls. So in this first video, we will learn what is required field validator and how we can mark specific control as a required field using this required field validator control. Required field validator control marks a specific input field as required. It will ask the user to enter an input and does not allow the field to be empty. So that's the use of a required field validator. You can mark a specific field as required so that it will expect user input. User should enter the value in that field. Otherwise, the error will be reported. Validation takes place when form is submitted. So during that time, the required field validator will check a particular field is filled with data. The control depends on two properties. One is control to validate, takes ID of the control to mark it as a required field. Say for example, you have a label and then a text field. Let's say the label here reads as name, and you can make use of control to validate property and point to the text box. So once you mark a specific control as control to validate, then the required field validator will check whether data is filled here. So if it is empty, it will not allow you to submit the form. So there is one more property, text error message to display when the field is empty. So here you can set what kind of error message you want to show. Say for example, here in this text we can state that name is required. So that's the error message we can keep. Now let us look at an example. Now we will create a new project. Here we are choosing Visual C# Web and then ASP.NET Web Application. We will name it as ASP010 Validation Controls Demo. So let's go with the empty ASP project. Here we will choose a new web form. So that's the form we are creating here. So first we have user name. and there is a text box, and you can see that username br tag. After that we have a text box. So we will mark this text box as a required field. So then we also added a button, and we are calling that as a submit button. Right, that's all our form design. We have a username, we have a text box, and we have one submit button. So validation controls are grouped under this validation group. So drag and drop required field validator and place that next to the text box. So now let's adjust the properties for the required field validator control. Let's have the default name, and we will set the text property. So that's a text we are giving. So user, if they doesn't fill any data and clicks the submit button, the text will be displayed. And I'll go to font. Okay, no change required on font. We'll change the fore color to somewhat red. And we will set the control to validate as, here it is txt username, right? We will pick that. So now we added a required field validator, and the required field validator will validate the control name that we specify here. Here we are specifying txt username. So if txt username is empty, then the required field validator will validate it and displays this message. We will test this now. So here, okay, it requires a special entry in the web.config. So the error message states web form unobtrusive validation mode requires script resource mapping for jQuery. Please add. Okay, we will make the change now to the web config file. So under the configuration, we added a app setting, and in that we specified validation settings unobtrusive validation mode none. So now it will not throw that error. Okay, we will run now. test message, and when I am submitting, there is no error because we have a valid value. Now let's try to keep this empty and submit the data, and you can see the required field validator is popping in, and it is indicating the user that you should not submit without entering the username, right? Alright, that's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.